Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today is Wednesday and that means Top 5 Wednesday on my channel, and this week the topic is very controversial. It is awful eye candy or disappointing eye candy, books that look beautiful but were awful. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Laney, and I leave the link to her channel and the corresponding Goodreads group down below in the comments, so check that out if you're interested. And yeah, let's get started. Or before we start, let me just say, the opinions you're going to see are my opinions. I'm not normally somebody who bashes a lot of books. I know that people like to see that. I'm actually always feeling like a bit awkward doing this. But yeah, so take this with a grain of salt. It just were books that weren't for me, but I know that a lot of books we're going to talk about have a lot of fans, and that is totally okay with me, and yeah, the books just didn't connect with me personally. So, let's get started. This time we're going to start with the number 1, and I think I talked a lot about this, and you all will know what the number 1 will be. So we just look at the gorgeous cover, and I don't talk about why it is so bad. Because the author didn't do any research, and her world does not function at all. Weren't we not supposed to talk about is whispering? Whispering is okay. On number 2 we have a book and an author that a lot of people will be shocked that I put it there, and it is the Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my god, it's Tolkien, how can you? Yeah, I know. But in my defense, I've read that when I was about 19, and I wasn't a patient reader there. And the Silmarillion is kind of like the mythological history of Tolkien's world, and it reads like that. It reads like a non-fiction. I heard comparisons to like the Bible even in style, and if you've read the Bible then you will know it is like a book that needs a lot of interpretation and work into. Same here with the Silmarillion. As I said, it reads more like a non-fiction, and it was at the time just not what I was looking for. But it had such a gorgeous cover with the dragon and everything, but it didn't work for me. So now that the people who are into very classic fantasy have their pitchforks already out, and the YA crowd is angry at me, now let's get into messing it up with the today's fantasy reading crowd, because a book I rated actually 2 stars and find quite awful is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, the second installment in his Kingkiller Chronicles. That was something I really liked the cover art. That's why I put it in this video. But that book was just like too long without editing and anything happening. I know what Patrick Rothfuss wants to achieve with his story. He wants to tell us how storytelling works and how legends are made, and he wants to do that in a really, really beautiful kind of style. If you're interested, I wrote a review on it on Goodreads, where you can see all my feelings about the book, hopefully in a very entertaining way. But it was a book that never really connected with me, and yeah, nothing really happens. I can write down the plot on a post-it, and yeah, you can go from book 1, read my post-it, and then go to book 3. You won't miss anything, really. It's nothing happens. Nothing. So, who has gotten nothing to worry about? Of course, the science fiction crowd. So, let's mess it up with them as well. Next book I have on my list, another 2-star book, was Sibila Burn, the 4th installment in James S. A. Corey's Expanse series. That series gets a lot of praise and hype at the moment, deservedly. With the TV show coming up, it is like a great series. But this installment in particular didn't work for me. I don't want to spoil anything because I know that a lot of people are watching the TV show, so don't worry, there won't be spoilers in here for this. But with each installment of the book series, there are kind of new characters. We have recurring characters and we have new characters, and all of the new characters here didn't work for me, and the whole plot and the setting, what I thought would be interesting, yeah, weren't gripping my attention, and so that book failed to really like entertain me on so many levels. And so I think it was, yeah, like a 2-star experience. It was okay, but wasn't as good as I was used to by the series so far. And on number 5 we have Tome of the Undergates by Sam Sykes. It's the first installment in his Aeon's Gate series, and the cover is of course a bit cheesy, but I really like that. I like blue as a color, and so yeah, different kinds of blue on the cover really interested me. And there's a guy with a sword. What's not to love? It's fantasy, people. Guys with swords. That's it, isn't it? So and I was really intrigued by the idea. I know Sam Sykes from Twitter a lot. He's the son of Diana Gabaldon, and he writes fantasy, so that's kind of awesome. And I really wanted to love that book. Because it was like, yeah, pitched as a bit of a role-playing game kind of thing with lots of characters and action, and it is kind of that, but what he does is he has a very like unique kind of humor, which I really like in doses when I read him on Twitter, but in a like blown up 600 something page book, it was really getting old really quickly. And we basically, in a 600-page book, have 3 scenes. There are really only 3 scenes, and each of those scenes is about like 200 pages long, and he has like an adventure group of like 6 characters, and every one of them has to have banter with one of the others. So we have scene 1 and every character has banter with every other character, and then we have scene 2 and the same, and scene 3 and the same. Basically, it's not totally like that, but if you have read the book you will know what I mean. And so the plot is like crawling forward again. It's like the post-it kind of thing, but at least in contrast to Rothfuss, this is kind of funny. Or it is that bad that it is funny. So yeah, another book that totally failed to connect with me, and yeah. Luckily for me, I bought the whole trilogy, and I also still have an arc of his newest book, so yeah, at some point in the future, maybe I'll give that another try, because I really want to like that guy and his writing. So these were my top 5 most disappointing eye candy reads. Wow, that's a mouthful. That was actually my 3rd try saying that. And so as we are on the roll and you're still watching it and not maybe have crushed your monitor and just hearing me, that would be bad. Yeah, I hope you still kind of enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, hopefully not less, don't unsubscribe. Yeah, please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, I hope you will get bitten by way better books than these were. Bye.